becoming one of South Korea's most talked-about actresses almost overnight. Go Youn-Jung's journey looks like a modern fairy tale on the surface, but behind the glossy magazine covers, luxury brand campaigns, and viral drama clips lies a slow, painful, and deeply psychological battle that nearly destroyed her before she truly arrived. Because long before audiences praised her intensity in moving or debated her controversial romance drama, "Can this love be translated?" she was a silent target of. One of the harshest online witch hunts the Korean entertainment industry has seen in recent years, a storm that attacked not just her acting, but her face, her worth, and even her right to exist in the spotlight, making her rise less about luck and more about survival. Born on April 22, 1996, in Seoul, Go Youn-Jung did not grow up dreaming of stardom or chasing celebrity life. Instead, she lived a quiet, almost invisible existence, deeply absorbed in art, color, and imagination, preferring solitude over attention, brushes over microphones, and silence over applause. A personality that followed her into Seoul Women's University, where she studied contemporary art, and classmates later described her as someone who rarely spoke, but whose paintings carried intense emotion, never imagining that the very face she barely thought about would one day be dissected, criticized, and weaponized by millions of strangers online. Her entry into entertainment happened not through auditions or ambition, but by coincidence, when her visuals caught attention through a university magazine shoot, leading to modeling opportunities that introduced her to the brutal reality of public exposure. Because while brands praised her symmetry and photographers admired her camera presence, the Korean internet responded with suspicion, envy, and cruelty, digging through her past, stealing old photos, editing them maliciously, and spreading claims that her entire face was surgically engineered, reducing her identity to plastic rumors before she even debuted as an actress, forcing her agency into the rare position of publicly addressing edited images and threatening legal action. But once a narrative sticks online, truth becomes irrelevant, and Go Youn-Jung entered acting already branded as fake, a label that would follow her mercilessly. Her acting debut in He is Psychometric in 2019 was small but telling, as she delivered subtle expressions rather than exaggerated drama, revealing an instinctive understanding of emotional restraint, followed by Sweet Home on Netflix, where she deliberately rejected glamour, appearing exhausted, bruised, and raw, a strategic decision meant to distance herself from the pretty face-only stereotype. Yet even then, praise came with backhanded compliments, constantly tying her performance back to her looks rather than her choices, pushing her to work twice as hard just to be taken half as seriously. Everything shifted with Alchemy of Souls, a project that should have been her breakthrough but instead became one of the most emotionally punishing chapters of her life. Because although she originally appeared briefly as the assassin Naksu, the narrative focus initially moved away from her, and behind the scenes, she was reportedly treated as expendable, only to be pulled back into the lead role when production chaos, contract disputes, and scheduling conflicts allegedly collapsed elsewhere, turning her turn into a lightning rod for controversy, as fans accused her of stealing another actress's place, flooding forums with hatred, predicting failure, and labeling her an opportunist, creating unbearable pressure as she walked onto set knowing millions believed she didn't deserve to be there. Yet instead of retreating, she delivered a controlled, emotionally layered performance that gradually flipped public opinion. With her chemistry with Lee Jae-wook becoming one of the show's most praised elements, transforming hostility into reluctant respect and proving that resilience, not entitlement, kept her in that role. If Alchemy of Souls tested her emotional endurance, Moving tested her physical limits, as her portrayal of Jang Hui-soo required intense training, brutal fight choreography, and long hours of physically punishing scenes, including the now iconic mud fight that left her bruised and exhausted, often performed without stunt doubles, a deliberate choice to embody realism and silence critics who dismissed her as fragile. And when the series exploded globally, the narrative around her finally shifted. From appearance to ability, with viewers praising her strength, vulnerability, and discipline. Yet even success failed to shield her from personal struggles, as her reserved demeanor at events continued to spark accusations of arrogance, until a viral Baeksang Arts Awards clip revealed the truth. showing her visibly trembling under flashing cameras while experiencing a panic attack. Studied only by Lee Young-jae's quiet presence, exposing the reality that her perceived coldness was actually social anxiety, a deeply introverted artist overwhelmed by relentless scrutiny, a revelation that reframed years of misunderstanding. Just as her image began stabilizing, can this love be translated? Ignited a new storm. When viewers noticed similarities between a key scene and a famous Bollywood film, triggering plagiarism accusations that spread faster than context or explanation, and while creative decisions rest with writers and directors. It was Go Youn-Jung's face that became synonymous with the controversy, intensified by the drama's reputation as a cursed project previously rejected by major stars, turning her involvement into either a bold career gamble or a desperate attempt to redefine herself as a romantic lead, once again placing her at the center of a narrative she didn't fully control. Through all of this, her personal life remained tightly sealed, fueling endless rumors, particularly involving Lee Jae-wook, whose off-screen chemistry, protective gestures, and unspoken closeness during promotions convinced fans something deeper existed, while other rumors crossed into invasive territory, all of which she met with silence, choosing restraint over reaction. A survival strategy learned from years of being misunderstood. Today, Go Youn-Jung stands not just as a successful actress, but as a case study in endurance, having survived online cruelty, industry politics, physical exhaustion, public anxiety, and repeated controversies without losing her composure, proving that in an industry obsessed with perfection, resilience is the rarest talent of all, leaving one haunting question behind. Was Go Youn-Jung merely pushed forward by circumstances, or did she quietly outlast every attempt to erase her? And do you believe the controversies surrounding her will eventually define her legacy or fade as proof of how much she endured to stay standing? Share your thoughts in the comments, like the video if this story changed how you see her, and subscribe for more untold K-drama stories you won't hear anywhere else.